Justin has had scuba diving on his list for a hot minute. I am terrified. How are you feeling?
I'm ready to meet this crocodile.
We're probably the most nervous. You and me.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't forget to breathe.
That's honestly
Breathe.
what I'm more worried about.
Today marks a very exciting day. I'm going to be facing my fears today and swimming into a deep 12-foot cenote. It's not really that deep, but it is for me. I've always wanted to try it, but I've always been terrified. My mom kind of told me a story about her experience and it scared me a little. So Zay's going to stay behind with her babysitter that we have here, a lovely lady called Carolina. We found her through a Facebook group. I think I messaged about a babysitter here in Toronto.
Like, look.
Are you talking about Brooke being here? Yeah, we have a new roommate. She's sleeping on the sofa. It's a very full house. There's 4 adults and 1 kiddo in 2 beds and 2 baths. So we are definitely making it work. We're all going scuba diving and Zay is gonna have some fun here at the house. Everyone's getting ready. Justin went out to grab some water. Vince is what seems like meditating on the front porch. Brooke is having a shower. I'm helping Zay get ready, cleaning up the house a little bit, packing up the gear, and then we're on the road. We have to take a trip to Centro, and then from Centro, they're shuttling us to the cenote, and I think from there they'll prepare us with the gear and everything that we need to scuba dive.
Hey, where are you scuba diving?
In a cenote. Well, it's a very wonderful Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm excited to challenge myself a little bit and push myself to the limit and see how much I can really enjoy doing something that I'm terrified of. I think it would be a good transition to be able to enjoy something that I have a lot of fear based around. So here we go. How's everyone feeling? Is everyone excited?
Lamb shot.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, honestly, all things considered. This is my first time diving. There's gonna be a crocodile in the water with us, but I think I'm fine. I just need to know how to equalize well.
Yeah, me too. Babes, how are you feeling?
Well, yeah, I'm ready to meet this crocodile.
You seem pretty calm. What's the deal? Tell us your secret.
It's like you said, like the skydiving, man. I go into my calm zone. I'm just excited.
Brooke?
I'm feeling alive.
Yeah?
This is what alive feels like.
I don't know if I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling a little bit opposite. Tingly. We're probably the most nervous. You and me.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
guys are definitely the most nervous.
But it's fine. We're excited and this will be interesting. Swimming with a crocodile. I'm remembering to do everything that we need to do. Equalize. Watch out for the smog stuff in our glasses. Getting the water out.
Don't forget to breathe.
That's honestly
Breathe.
what I'm more worried about.
My goodness, what a whirlwind from yesterday, you guys. We kind of dropped the ball on filming, mainly because my GoPro broke. I'm not sure what happened. The hatch was closed and like everything, but I don't know if you can see. There is literally water inside of the GoPro. I think that over time, taking it into the ocean, it may have degraded the door a bit, like the saltiness of the water, and maybe it just didn't seal closed all the way properly like it should have. Yeah, we didn't get too far deep in the water, and apparently it can go as deep as 10 meters, and we only went, I guess, like 4 meters, so that was crazy that it busted. But it was filming slightly at the beginning of the like scuba when we were practicing. It was really nice to sit there and practice. We had like 10 minutes of just breathing, holding onto this rope, and like getting a better feel for what it feels like to breathe through this whole like apparatus, the regulator, and like just the concept of only breathing through your mouth and like not through your nose, and just being like submerged in water. It was just otherworldly, the experience. So we practiced there for just 10 minutes and then we started to go for our dive. And the crew, as you saw, we were somewhat nervous. I think Justin was the only one that was super confident that he was gonna crush it.
Well, yeah, I'm ready to meet this crocodile.
And he did great. He loved it and is definitely gonna get PADI certified. And I think I'll tag team with him because When we went down, it was a wild experience. Vince had a really hard time like equalizing with his nose, and so he decided that he just wasn't ready to really push himself to that place. And that's fair, you got to understand your limits, and I think that's really cool that he knows what he's comfortable with, because that's really important, especially in something like scuba diving, because it is like quite dangerous and can have health repercussions if you're not doing it safely. And then Brooke also was super nervous. We didn't think she was going to make it down there. She ended up pulling through and stuck with our instructor, and they were the leaders, and then me and Justin teamed up and were kind of following behind. But as soon as we submerged down, it was just such an amazingly weird experience. The sound became really muffled, and there was loads of other people there scuba diving, so there was all this like residual like echoing underneath the water from everybody's bubbles and, you know, paddling and wading through the water, and kind of like muffled words and noises from people. So it was quiet but yet incredibly loud. It was so interesting to experience that. But we deflated our little jackets that are attached to the tanks and just like slowly started sinking down into the water. You've been practicing, so you're still like, okay, breathe in and breathe out. And that was like one of the most key things, was just to really focus on your breath and breathe in and breathe out. And it was really interesting because I think normally in my breathwork practice, I tend to focus more, I think, on breathing in through my nose and out through my breath. I don't always do like a in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And the way that it worked for compression as you went deeper in the pressure of the water is it was really beneficial to take long, steady breaths, so that when you were exhaling, your lungs would be collapsed and you'd be able to sink deeper because you'd have less buoyancy within your body. Once we were down there, it was the initial fluster of, okay, everybody's like trying to figure out how to stay deep and regulate the buoyanciness, like with the pressure that we had to release from the jacket, and then get sorted with enough weights so that we'd stay lower, and then like understand more the breathing. I think that was the deepest that I've ever swam as well. It wasn't crazy deep, but to have done the like equalizing with my nose was the first time I'd ever really done that, and to understand how to clean my mask out and release the pressure from my mask, because also that airspace carries a lot of pressure the deeper down you go. Once I got the rhythm and feel of how to do it, it honestly was a very peaceful, beautiful experience. And there was fish, and we were swimming under a mangrove, and the mangrove that we were swimming on was like long-winded, like a trail almost. And so we were swimming under, and it was open sky, but like the mangroves would seep over a bit, so you could see all these roots and stuff hanging down, and it was really beautiful. And then on the way back, we were kind of I was ready to give it a break. We were scuba diving for like 45 minutes, which is crazy. To be under the water, we were all cold and pruny in our hands, and just, I was ready to take a break. My nose and the equalizing had been really bugging my ear over here. I had equalized to the right level, but for some reason my ear was just giving me a bit of a hard time, so I was ready to get to the surface. And when we got to the surface, I had no idea how much more breadth of space there was underneath the mangrove, because when we got to the top, it was a really thin kind of alleyway, and then down below it was this wide, deep, mysterious space where there's supposedly a crocodile that lives there. His name is Panchito, and he hangs out and just sees the scuba divers and does his thing. Sometimes comes out, and our instructor told us a hilarious story of a guy who was super nervous, and he got to the bottom and he was really anxious. He was shaking, he was freaking out, and he was trying to focus on his breath and calm his mind down. And then all of a sudden he was like, oh my god, freaking out, looking up, and it was like, oh my god, what to do? And he like instinctively wanted to just like swim to the surface, but Panchito was literally like swimming all around the top. And so the instructor was like, calm down, chill out, and breathe, like breathe, just relax, it's gonna be fine. Apparently he doesn't really attack or do any harm to the people. He just likes to hang out there, and he has everything he needs, so he has no need to attack people. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation when we had, we were sitting there and talking through like, do you guys want to go and see Panchito? And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. And everyone was like, yeah. And I was like, he's a crocodile, why do I want to go close to a crocodile? But supposedly we are trash to crocodiles. So I guess that gave me a little bit of encouragement that he wouldn't have wanted to eat us per se. So anyways, we didn't make it to the end. We didn't see Panchito, but confidently I can say it was an epic experience. So I want to just tap into my thoughts on facing my fears, because that is something that I have really been so afraid of doing and trying for several years of my life. And so without further ado, let's get into some fun B-roll of the snorkeling and all that I have from the GoPro. Fear. Everyone has something they're afraid of. For me, there are a few things I can think of off the top of my head. Spiders, well, insects in general, so it obviously works out that my husband is a beekeeper and I have to face my fears most days when I help him with a hive. Surgeries, or let's be honest, hospitals in general. Yet another fear I've had to face in this world when Azalea came to join us by C-section. And scuba diving. I could elaborate on all of them, but let's get into scuba diving. When I was little, my mom told me a story of her PADI certification. It stuck with me, and although it was her fear through a traumatic experience for her, I carried it with me. Fear is an emotional reaction to something in our material world, whether it be an experience, person, thing, or memory. We all carry fears. What I learned from my scuba experience is that it's okay to have fears so long as you can be brave enough to face them, and it will expose the anxiety you carry for the fear and will allow you to breathe past your weaknesses. In turn, you'll become stronger, braver, better, and can share your courageousness with others. We can all help each other to have power over the emotion of fear. There's another world under the ocean, a vast, mysterious sea of beautiful life yet to be explored. So here's to the beginning of my scuba diving days. Okay, so you guys all know that traveling to a new country can sometimes be really scary and there's a lot of unknowns, and something that can be really helpful is at least having some knowledge about the language and being able to communicate with the people in the country. We're excited to say that today's sponsor is Babbel, and they have been really great at helping us learn new Spanish words so that we can get by.
Almost every morning we wake up, and before we take Azalea to school, we would go and do a Spanish lesson.
It's really great because you can do really quick ones, so it doesn't take up like all your day, and if you don't have a lot of time to spare, you just quickly put in 10 minutes, and if you're doing it consistently, you might actually really start to obtain a lot of new knowledge on any new language that you might be curious to explore.
And not gonna lie, we're getting pretty good at the restaurants. We got that down pat.
Una mesa para 4 personas.
Ooh, yeah, see, you can choose what level Spanish you're on. So GB and I both had Spanish classes way back in the day. One of the things that I liked after we picked up a certain amount of words, it was nice to be able to go through conversations. So it'll take you through, and you've got to be able to interpret a conversation that's happening, and then also type in answers or what words go where. That was really, really helpful.
A lot of people like to learn in a lot of different ways, and Babbel's really awesome because they have multiple different formats that you can learn, from games to podcasts to conversational kind of listening and interaction.
It's been a fun challenge for us to be able to do as a family.
It definitely has helped to kind of curb any fear that we might have going into environments like booking bus tickets or being in spaces that we need to know certain words, and it's really helped us to feel more confident and a part of this community. If you guys are curious or wanting to learn a new language, or if you're going to a new country anytime soon, it could be cool to incorporate a daily routine of learning new words and being a little bit ready for exploring that country. Feel free to check out the link for Babbel in the description down below. You can get 65% off your subscription and learn Spanish or French or Russian. They have a ton of languages.
Thank you, Babbel, for teaching us some good quality Spanish.
Let's keep on with this vlog and adventuring more of Mexico because it's very beautiful. I had a nice yoga session this morning, by the way, and it's been really cool to have more woman energy in the house. Brooke is outside doing yoga and also has a YouTube channel that she's working on putting together as well, which is really cool to have another vlogger about the house. So if you guys are interested in checking out her channel, you can. It's Brooke B. Rivers on Instagram and YouTube. Vince is getting some work done. They picked up laundry, just doing the regular day-to-day life thing. Pops and Zay have been hanging out while I've been getting work done. It sounds like they're having a wedding ceremony over here. It's really cute. Let's go find out what's happening. Anna.
Hey, Mom.
What are you guys doing? Oh.
Do you know where our wedding video is?
Probably on my whole drive or YouTube, the short version. Do you want to see the wedding videos, Zay?
But I want to do this.
She's done getting married. I heard you guys with your ceremony. It was really cute. All done with my work, finally. It's time for Pops to get to work, but I have a question for these guys. Hey, you guys. I'm curious, what is scary for you? Like, what's your guys' fears?
We were scared of a snake.
You're afraid just because Pops is afraid of it?
Yeah.
That's like how Gigi made Mama scared of scuba diving. Nothing else you're afraid of?
There's snakes.
Oh, the wrath of Juliana, yes. Me.
Oh my god. Pop, what you working on today?
Me and Azalea had 3 weddings. Then we had a siesta. Then we played tag. Then we read about Tacky the Penguin. We went to the Lavenderia. And then we ate mangoes together. What else did we do?
And then we went to first sleepover.
That's right. And then we did yoga. We ate avocado
You guys
toast.
have been busy.
We danced to Ice Ice Baby.
Ice Ice Baby, like Ice Ice Baby.
Oh yeah, when Mama was gone, we had a house music rave. We've been busy.
Sounds like it.
It's not even 2 o'clock.
I know. There you have it, folks. Busy mornings with Zay. Keep us occupied. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna get to the beach, enjoy some sunshine, try and fly the drone. If you guys hadn't noticed, we haven't really flown the drone. Had some trouble with it at the beginning of our trip and then just like never really flew it again because we did a little bit of research. Like surface digging was that you can't fly a drone in Mexico unless you're a resident. But I think that's for commercial use. We're gonna try and fly it again, see what happens.
It's not, you know, this
It's a very
box is
rainy
just
day
sitting
in Tulum.
there, and it's ready to go.
Pop is on a work call for a bit of the apiary. Vince is writing. Brooke is chillaxing. And Zay and I are about to put the laundry away. So I thought I'd show you. Beautiful view. I'm curious about what fears Vince and Brooke have. So we're going to ask them today. But until then, me and Zay are going to put the laundry away.
Mom, I didn't know it was in there.
Careful.
Okay.
Okay, I got like 2 hours of work done today. It was definitely not enough, but guess I'll just wake up in the morning and finish what I'm working on. The crew is making havoc in the kitchen over here. So we have a patron that reached out to us and she's actually in Playa del Carmen, so she's gonna come over tonight, and we were thinking about having a family taco night, and so it's just one person larger and the more the merrier and all that good stuff, and taco night it will be. We're gonna continue raging to house music while we prep, clean, and get things ready for a night. Who's ready?
I am.
You guys seem very mellow considering we just had like house music bumping.
Zay and I are gonna go on Spidey and pick up our new friend. Her name
Lola.
is Petra Kai, although we don't know if we should call her
Lola.
by Petra or Kai,
Yeah.
because she's
Okay.
called herself both.
We're gonna go pick her up from the bus
Here's
station while these
Uni.
guys keep cooking up a storm.
Here's
Uni might
Uni.
even join us. We're gonna enjoy a good night, but I wanted to officially introduce you guys with a better introduction to Brooke, because she is a friend that we have known since we were living back on Wildwoods. She's been taking care of Zay a couple of times whenever you were younger. Yeah, and you had like really short hair and a baby face. Oh. But she's here for about 10 days and it's been fun having more woman energy in the house. Without further ado, officially here's Brooke. Hold on.
I am Brooke. I used to be neighbors with Justin and Juby, but since they've been on their travels, I've been holding it down at Wildwoods.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, and tell us, it's the first time out the country.
Yes, it's so amazing. Like everything's beautiful, it's so cultural, it's vibrant. I'm having a great time.
Was it scary?
Oh, a little bit. Just a little
little
bit.
bit.
For about 15 minutes when I couldn't get Wi-Fi, I couldn't get in touch.
Well, we're glad you're safe. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Been a few days since our delicious dinner at the house. Thank you, Kai, for coming over. It was lovely to meet you, and it's just so cool to put a face to a name, especially someone who supports us so wholesomely on our Patreon. We really appreciate you, so it was good to meet you and hope you made it home safe. Yeah, I guess we decided to take it easy for the last couple of days. We went out last night, had a babysitter watching Azalea. Thank you, Carolina. Today we've scooted over to a cenote, and we're gonna be chilling here, enjoying some underwater swimming and relaxing and the beauty of Mexico. And we only have maybe like 10 more days here, so we're really trying to soak up everything that Mexico has to offer. So here's to a beautiful cenote.
Pop in that swinger. Pop in that swinger.
You're gonna show us the swinger? We're going on a long overdue date night, so we're gonna end this video here. You look scared. Don't be scared, babe.
I'm not.
Are you, other than snakes, afraid of anything?
Yeah, not being able to see our churro guy again.
Small world problems.
It is, but it's real. And it's important to me.
We're gonna find him, babe. We're gonna bring churros back for everybody. Generally, you actually are not afraid of anything.
That's not true. Snakes are a big deal.
Yeah,
I
you really do
snakes.
freak out about
I
snakes.
really don't.
You really
Don't.
don't. You don't even like talking about them.
It's true. Let's just not even talk about it.
Okay, we're gonna find out what everybody else is afraid of to round this video out, because everybody has fears, and sometimes it's helpful to know that you're not the only one that's afraid of something that you thought you were afraid of, and the only one to be afraid of it.
We're fixing the tire over here.
I
She had
see
a
that.
flat. Yeah, we're kind of preoccupied.
I know. Let me just ask you a question.
Sure.
What are you afraid of?
What if they stop making house music? What if they just stop bumping?
What
And then
if it
there's just no
stops?
more.
Without
That's my
house
deepest
music?
fear, without house music.
Really?
That's my deepest fear.
Zay,
They're fixing my bicycle.
are you afraid of anything, boo-boo?
Spiders.
Spiders? Me too, girl. Spiders are scary looking. Brooke, are you afraid of anything?
Not much, but I'd have to say probably losing connection with myself or with my truth. I feel like I've been in that place before and it wasn't fun.
Without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will catch you guys next week for Is It Safe to Be in Mexico? That's one that a lot of people are afraid of, and we're gonna give you some good answers because it's been a good trip. See you guys next week. Okay, Vince has a more serious one.
So actually, like, my deepest, darkest fear is like really falling in love with someone and then like losing that person to like some sort of degenerative disease or something. Like that's what really terrifies me. Very, very real.
Loving your life.
Yeah, still very
Cherish your
real.
loved ones.
Cherish them.
Always cherish your loved
Savor the moments.
Savor the moment.
Is the car ready, Zay? We fixed the tire?
Let's go.
Let's go. The Centro. Elixir.
Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.